From Wave, your Kentucky Derby official station, this is Sunrise at the Downs. Sponsored by River City Bank.
Hey, good morning and happy Saturday. But it's not just any Saturday. It is the first Saturday in May. It's Derby 151. Thanks so much for starting it with us here at the backside. It is off to a chilly start, though. Shannon, you added your wrap. I have my jacket, and I added rain pants. We have the pants on underneath.
And also, I pulled these out, the hot hands.
Ooh, do you have an extra one?
I think I might. I'll have to dig through my backpack. Okay. I think I might. Yeah,
I will take it.
Yeah. I was trying to be prepared today with the cool weather.
I did not.
We should have listened
more. I knew. I was just running late.
No, that's fair. Olivia goes, we should listen to more, and I just have an office moment instead directly.
I always have my sweatpants and leggings in my bag.
True.
Like, always. I'm even cold in the studio.
That is true. So Olivia is prepared. Shannon is now ready for the cool weather. And here's the thing. Well, usually 50s and low 60s are not bad when we have sunshine. When you have drizzle and rain, kind of like what we have in the forecast for today, it makes things quite difficult. So we're looking right now at Churchill Downs from our SkyTrack camera. A beautiful shot of the backside here where there are some people already set up and ready to go for this morning. So let's just break down what we're going to be seeing across the region for today. Basically, clouds and rain in the forecast, all because of this area of low pressure that is going to be quite stubborn and not want to move over the next couple of days. For those of you in Indiana, we are seeing any of that rain showing up anywhere from Jasper and Paoli all the way over towards Jennings County and Madison. In the metro, it's that light, annoying drizzle that we are dealing with right now. I think Olivia used the term, like it's the rain is just spitting on you. That kind of is how it is right now across the metro, that light rain showing up. And for those of you from Franklin County into Shelby County all the way south towards Litchfield, so basically right along the parkways, this is where we are dealing with more of that rain still coming down. Temperatures right now in the 50s and low 60s, and we're going to keep those rounds of rain on and off throughout the entire day, but temperatures not moving a whole lot throughout the rest of your Saturday.
Ladies, thanks, Tawana. Yeah, it's spitting on us and Mother Nature, then blowing it in your face, too, with the wind.
I know. But thank you to Michaela, our executive producer. She had some. So I'm good, Tawana. I got a hot hand.
Yeah, everyone should pack those. And the poncho, I mean, just be prepared for anything because as we saw yesterday, that rain can come in and it can come in fast.
Yeah, it really did just before the Oaks race. But let's take a look at that final stretch.
She's coming on 5 or 6 wide. She's under a drive as they hit the top of the stretch. Lucara heads for home in front. Tenuous lead. Tenma trying to get by. Good Cheer continues. A sustained rally. And Bless the Broken is coming. And Drexel Hill is too. There's a 16th to catch Good Cheer. She's clear by 2.5. Drexel Hill runs up into second. Bless the Broken is third. But she's the toast of Kentucky. Good Cheer wins the Oaks by nearly 3.
The toast of Kentucky. There you go. Good Cheer, trained by Brad Cox, Louis Sayed. Aboard Good Cheer, the favorite, and the favorite won with a time of 1:50.15. Coming in second was Drexel Hill, and then third was Bless the Broken. Here's some reaction from the winning team.
There's always doubt, but look, she's very special. She's perfect now, 7 for 7, and loves Churchill 4 for 4 here, and she's a Grade 1 winner. Look, she's very special. We've had some good fillies, and she ranks right up there with the best of them.
Certainly does. Such a special horse, as Brad said. And Josh Ninke, I had a chance to talk with trainer Brad Cox today. Brad is already up and at him. I don't know if he got any sleep last night.
Right, probably still shaking from that excitement from the race. And then the early morning, of course. He's got another job to do today.
He certainly does.
Not done yet. But, hey, let's talk about that Derby field because we have had a couple of scratches shaking things up already. But it looks like Grande scratched, and then we also know Pan Street Rodriguez making this a 19-horse field.
That's right. The favorite still continues to be Journalism. You're not going to make a whole bunch of money with this horse, but this is a look at Journalism. Just a beautiful horse, loaded resume, a lot of speed too, won the Santa Anita Derby, and Journalism has proven he's a closer who can win really from any spot in the field.
I'd say my confidence level is high. I think that's kind of the way you'd want to be coming into this with a horse like him. Just hope for a decent draw. He's tactical. He'll find himself kind of positioned right behind the speed. It's nice to obviously garner a little bit of attention outside of the racing world with a horse like him.
Now, the sire is Curlin, riding on Journalism, will be an Italian jockey, very well-known, Umberto Rispoli. And this horse has so many people watching him. In fact, the breeding rights to Journalism have already been sold even before the Kentucky Derby. Another horse that so many people love is this one right here, one of the Grays, Sandman.
Sandman, enter Sandman, get that song going.
Right now, Metallica. It's like a walk-up song. Sandman is trained by Mark Cassie, shown significant improvement since a 5th-place finish in the Iroquois Stakes at Churchill back in September. Could really be a big contender today. And last night at the Paris Town FanDuel party, a lot of the celebrities chose Sandman as their favorite, so garnering a lot of attention already with 6-to-1 odds.
Interesting. You know, and then he has a huge influencer that we had a chance to talk to on Wave News Sunrise this week.
Yep, Griffin Johnson.
Yeah, who is one of the part owners of Sandman.
And he's young, in his mid-20s, getting into this already.
Yeah. And I had a lot of texts from people after we had that interview.
Yeah, I did too. I did too.
You can look him up and you'll see why. Okay, so could this year be a double win for Brad Cox after he won the Oaks yesterday? Could he win again with Final Gambit? Final Gambit has had 4 career races, finishing in the money in all of them, and is on a 2-race win streak coming into the Derby. Last year we had Ken McPeak, the trainer who won the Oaks and the Derby, along with jockey Brian Hernandez Jr. So we'll see if this is another double. That would be pretty incredible. Luan Machado has the ride on Final Gambit, another gray horse.
Let's take a look at the full lineup, though, because, again, we've mentioned those scratches, specifically Rodriguez and Grande. So it looks like Journalism is still the favorite, coming in at 3-to-1 odds. Now, funny story about Flying Mohawk, too, because we haven't really talked about Flying Mohawk. I was listening to one of the owners there who was saying, you know what, people need to stop saying we don't have a chance in this race. 3-to-1 odds, every horse in this field has a chance in this race. I mean, we've seen that, the long shots sometimes win, sometimes more often than the favorite.
And you know, as Bill Mott, the great trainer, has said, that the best horse does not always win the Derby. It's all about the break, the ride. You know, with the 20-horse field, or in this case, this year, 19-horse field, the best horse does not always win. So
we'll have to see. Yeah. Then we'll go to you for our suggestions on a wet track.
I do have them.
Okay.
I'll give them a little bit later.
All right. Let's send things over to Josh Ninke, though. He's running around the backside. Josh, what are you getting?
He's hard to miss this morning.
Yeah, right. I know. I can see it from here. It's brighter than the lights.
I know. You remind me of a disco ball.
When I walked up... Oh, thank you. That's perfect for Louisville, right?
Yes.
When I've been walking up to some of these barns, yeah, it's they definitely see me coming. Like, oh, this guy, all right, cool. But I'll tell you, I also have my rain poncho ready to go just in case, because we've been getting a little drizzle this entire morning. Thankfully, it's just a drizzle, though. Now, I wanted to tell you guys, we're over here. We're near D. Wayne Lucas's barn. He's got one of the Derby contenders today. But what I wanted to show you was here. This is one of the entrances to the track here where folks are getting their training going. This has been one of the busier spots as we've been making our way around the backfield. It's been busy this morning. I know that there's a whole week of races, and obviously the backside is full of horses getting ready for all those. But today, this is the big day. We've seen tons of horses coming and going here. We've also seen tons of mud. Let me tell you, this is not exactly a clean area compared to some derbies past. You know, we've got a lot of dirt just about everywhere. Got puddles of mud just essentially sitting around everywhere. And as I've been making my way around, I haven't seen nearly as many horses getting bathed this morning. I don't think they have to really do so much because we've got all the rain coming down, and it's much cooler this morning than where we were sitting yesterday. I want you guys to stick around. I'm going to see if D. Wayne Lucas is around, see if I can get an interview with him and see how he's feeling about his chances here today. Live here on the backside, Josh Ninke, Wave News. Tawana?
Thanks, Josh. And who needs the sun when Josh is shining like that? Right? But yeah, we're going to be keeping an eye on some rounds of rain. Keep in mind, it's not nonstop rain in the forecast for today. We will get some breaks at times, but notice rain chances remain high across our entire region through the morning, into the afternoon, and into the evening. We'll have to keep an eye on where some of the heaviest rain sets up shop because the ground is still pretty saturated, and that could lead to some localized flooding concerns as the day goes along. So a lot to watch for our Derby Day Beyond the Horses. So, of course, we'll be breaking that down for you throughout the rest of Sunrise. Ladies.
Thank you, Tawana. If Josh is like the sun and he can warm us up, then he needs to come stand over here by us.
We're shaking our hand warmers trying to get them warm.
I know. Well, that's a nice shot right there.
Yeah.
The backside.
The backside. The backside on the backside.
Ding, ding. We're having too much fun out here. I mean, it's been a long week, but hey, the big thing happening today, we're talking about the Kentucky Derby. Keep it here. Sunrise at the Downs continues right after this.
Now, Wave News.
Good morning. Welcome to the backside here. It is 6:13. Kevin just texted me this morning, and I said, did you get any sleep like you just a couple of hours?
Yeah, I had to be in here earlier than Kevin, and we got the same amount of sleep last night. 2 hours, but hey, it's
I think he's up looking at the weather, you know.
I mean, he's the chief meteorologist.
Right.
Big job there, and we're looking at some rain
and
coming
Tawana's,
in today.
and I don't think she slept much, too. She was looking at it all morning long as well. Let's go to Marissa Burke, who is out here. She's been roaming around, taking us all to the fabulous places. And you were at that big party last night. How was it?
I was at the big parties, plural, last night.
Where did you go? Tell us all the parties you went to.
I went to the Silks Bash. I went to the gala benefiting the American Lung Association. I also stopped by the Ease On Down to Oz, that is raising money for the Kentucky Minority Scholarship Fund. So just a lot of great events going on to support great causes. And then, of course, the Rebel at the Races with all those fun influencers and athletes. But, guys, I want to take you to the Home Stretch Club right now. This is one of those exclusive areas, and one of the things that is really exciting is you can hear the horses breathe. You can hear them gallop, because we know it's not about how you start the race, it's how you finish. And the one downside to this seating is it is not covered, so you get all of that Derby Day magic of hearing the horses and seeing them in that final moment, but you're going to need your rain poncho if you have seats over here. So, guys, you see I changed jackets because it's a little chilly and I'm starting to see some drizzle, so I'm going to go ahead and send it back to you so I can protect my hat.
Priority. I mean, we're talking about the ponchos to protect our outfits. Make sure you have a poncho or even a plastic bag that can cover the hat.
Yeah,
because we pay way too much money for these.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You know what? Somebody out there, that's a lucrative business. We just gave you that idea, like clear hat coverings for Derby, and we would like to be not investors but partners. We would like at least 20%. Thank you. You're heading out this morning. We're keeping an eye, of course, on the track. We're keeping an eye on the rain, which we had a little bit of that mist going earlier, but that has since calmed down, so that's some good news. We're still watching this area of low pressure and the associated fronts just hovering over the Ohio Valley, and this is something that's going to keep those rain chances around not just for today, but throughout the rest of the weekend and into the beginning of next week. The majority of the rainfall is south of Louisville as of right now, but I'm keeping an eye on a wave in the Litchfield area that could try to track up towards the metro for this morning. As of right now, just some of those spotty showers anywhere from English to Paoli, over into Floyd County, and up towards Jennings County, with a little bit of drizzle still holding on for those of you in Jefferson County and Indiana. And the metro seeing some of that light rain across parts of our area, anywhere from Valley Station up into near the airport, and even over for those of you in the Fern Creek area getting some of that rain too. For those of you further to the east, from Shelby County into Franklin County, you're getting that steady light to moderate rain in your area. That does stretch through Nelson County and all the way back into Grayson County, with Grayson County dealing with some of the heaviest rain as of right now. So temperature-wise, we're sitting in those 50s and low 60s. This is kind of where we're going to stay for the rest of the day with the clouds overhead, with the rain in the forecast. Yes, we'll see temperatures kind of trying to warm up here and there, but as soon as that rain comes through, it's going to bump those temperatures back down, and then we'll go back and forth, just slowly but certainly swinging back and forth in terms of rain chances and temperatures throughout the day. So here's your futurecast. We have those showers pushing through for this morning. And then getting into the afternoon, we do see a better chance of some heavier rainfall, some rumbles of thunder then. Right now, the majority of the rain looks to be, the heaviest rain, I should say, looks to be south of the metro. But, of course, sometimes, depending on the track of that low, then some of that rain can push a little bit further to the north. So we'll be watching it throughout the day and keeping you updated in the Wave Weather app and on air. Now, once we head into this evening, still talking about more of those showers around, and we're going to keep those rounds of rain in the forecast even into tonight as that low starts to push into wave country finally. Now, the question is, how much rain will we see? Well, it fully depends on where you are. Some of you are going to see just a quarter of an inch of rain, and that's it for today, while others deal with some heavier rainfall, multiple rounds of it, and that's where we can get that 1 to 2 to even 3 inches of rainfall totals across parts of wave country for today. So it's just going to be so important to be weather aware, especially with that heavy rain causing a localized flooding threat that we are closely monitoring. Now, as I said earlier, that low, yeah, it's not going anywhere. It's going to keep just throwing showers at us for tomorrow, into Monday, into Tuesday, and by Wednesday we try to dry out, but then we have another system that's going to be moving our way by that point, and that's going to bring more of those showers and thunderstorms back into our forecast. As of right now, we're going to keep some sort of rain chance at least through Friday, but depending on the track of a low that as of right now could be pushing to our south, we could either be dealing with some dry conditions with rain to our south for Mother's Day weekend, or we could have that low moving into our area. So it seems like we're in that little stormy stretch across our region as we head over the next 10 days. So rain gear, you're going to use it a lot over the next week and a half. Ladies?
Yeah, as our papers go flying everywhere, we've got to pin them down.
Yeah.
It's so windy out here.
Yeah, it is. It is. Oh, my goodness. And you know what? When we went on the air, it was 64, and as Tawana pointed out, the temp is dropping 59 degrees right now. Much more coverage of Sunrise at the Downs. Coming up, we're going to talk about Bob Baffert. He is back. His Oaks horse, Tenma, came in 4th place yesterday. He does have a Derby horse, Citizen Bull. That interview coming up next. Welcome back. Happy 6:22. There's a look right there. Someone was like, "Whoa, we're on live." Great look there at the beautiful twin spires that will greet everyone as they come in today on this 3rd day of May, saying Happy Derby Day. Look at that. First Derby, 1875. And here we are, 2025. So fun. We were just talking to this guy who has been coming here since 1972. He says he still has his first ticket from the infield, and at that time it cost $5. And he said, I thought that was high because it was $2 a year before.
Yeah, inflation has gotten us here just a bit. Yeah. But remember back in 2021 when Medina Spirit crossed the finish line first, would have given trainer Bob Baffert his 7th Derby win, would have been a record, but then some testing later on, they found betamethasone on the horse's system. That's only the 2nd disqualification in Derby history, but Wave News reporter David Mattingly takes a closer look at Baffert's continuous journey as he comes back to Churchill Downs this year.
In the days leading up to Derby, it looks like nothing has changed. Just ask Bob Baffert.
Coming into the stable gate, everybody was nice to me, welcoming me back, and so it's like I never left.
After a 3-year suspension, Baffert is again a high-profile figure on the backside. He again has a chance to win the most prestigious race in the world. And he still has difficulty explaining how a therapeutic ointment cost him the Derby crown.
Nobody thought for some reason the ointment, in hindsight, I wish I would have left it there, but we didn't know it came with the horse, and so it's just, and the sensitivity of the testing now is so, nobody would have ever thought, but we missed it.
Baffert dropped his legal fight and paved the way for his own return in a social media post July of last year. He stated plainly, I accept responsibility for Medina Spirit's positive test, adding, I have paid a very steep price with a 3-year suspension and disqualification. With that statement, I had a question for two of horse racing's leading journalists, Pollock Report editor-in-chief Natalie Voss and Thoroughbred Daily News reporter Bill Finley. What was that price that he paid?
There's going to be a lot of people who consider this a blip, who consider this a therapeutic overage that was accidental. And there's going to be people that say this was the biggest stage and the biggest mistake.
And I'm no lawyer, but I don't know of anyone who thought he could ever win any of these cases. And I can't even begin to imagine how much money he spent on legal fees.
Baffert returns to the Derby still a highly sought-after trainer by top-dollar owners. The impact of his suspension on public opinion about him and the sport at large, however, remains to be seen. One thing is clear. With Baffert, Churchill Downs has drawn a very distinct line in the sand for anyone racing on its track.
This is their prized possession as a racing company. This is the thing that brings in all the money. Obviously, they're very proud of the race, and they set him a lesson because he messed with the integrity of the Kentucky Derby.
As far as are things different, there's still going to be intense veterinary scrutiny. There's going to be intense post-race testing. None of that has changed in the wake of this.
And we talked to Bob Baffert here on Sunrise at the Downs earlier this week. He is happy to be back. And, hey, he was optimistic about Rodriguez going into this one, but Rodriguez had to scratch. That leaves his opportunity here with the one-gate Citizen Bowl.
Yeah, and he's not so happy with that position.
Right.
Rodriguez was going to break from the 4-hole, a little bit better, but now Citizen Bowl breaking from the first hole. Sire is into mischief. Martin Garcia will be on board. Considered really a good contender until the Santa Anita, but things really will have to go Citizen Bull's way. We'll see how that works. Starlight Racing, owned by Lori and Jack Wolf of Louisville. They also came on Wave News Sunrise, and they spoke with us live here, and he really likes Citizen Bull. Mm-hmm. Who is that? Oh, Coolmore. Oh, okay, cool. I'm sorry. Someone was just walking by and was pointing to the back, and I couldn't read it.
Everyone's so excited to hear their own horses, right?
Yes,
yeah. But Citizen Bull, they call him the Bull. So I can just imagine a bull out there racing with the horses.
Right.
Yeah, that would be an interesting race.
Yes. Yeah, and Jack actually feels really good. He liked Citizen Bull more than Rodriguez. He also is part owner of that. So we'll see how Citizen Bull does. Okay, let's go to Tawana right now. And Tawana, we were talking about finding a cover for the hats, and our producer said, you know what? Just use a crock pot clear liner. Hello? I didn't think of that.
Yes, Michaela, you're a genius.
It was Caitlin.
Caitlin, you're a genius.
Michaela is a genius.
Yes, but all of our producers are doing amazing work this weekend. We're going to give them the props when they deserve it, right? But what we're looking at right now in terms of the weather, I don't want any props for this. We're going to be talking about some rounds of rain and the clouds overhead. Right now, I am seeing the first bit of light coming up over the horizon behind me, and those upper-level clouds are still kind of locked in across the region. We'll keep those rounds of rain in the forecast for this morning, into the afternoon, into the evening. Keep in mind, it's not going to be raining all day. However, you will need the rain gear handy as the day goes along. Temperatures today going to be hovering in those upper 50s, low 60s on and off as the day goes along. Once we get into tomorrow, a little bit cooler, but going to see rain chances slightly lower for your Sunday. Still, though, talking about those rounds of rain tomorrow with highs only in the 50s. Now, for those of you who have any allergies, especially if you are visiting, tree pollen continues to be a significant issue across the region for today, and it's going to stay that way throughout the rest of the week. So we'll be sneezing, we're going to be cool, and we're going to be a bit wet as the day goes along. But at least it's Derby Day, y'all. So we're going to have plenty of fun. Shannon, Olivia.
All right, Tawana, thank you so much. We have much more coming up here on Wave News Sunrise. We're going to show you the entire Oaks race if you didn't catch it live yesterday. That's coming up.
From Wave, your Kentucky Derby official station, this is Sunrise at the Downs. Sponsored by River City Bank.
Good morning, 6:32 on your Derby morning. And some people probably sleeping in today, but I'll tell you, we already have people crowding in here at the backside of Churchill Downs, claiming their spots. They want to have a great spot to see the races today, and also good spot to take cover because you might need it today.
It's Derby Day. There is no sleeping in.
No, not at all. Get going. And Tawana, you had something you wanted to say here. You wanted to make a funny horse joke.
Oh, well, I noticed
let's
that.
hear it.
Okay, it's not really that funny. But yes, there are some people out here who have put some hay down on the mud, which I thought was smart. So automatically my brain went, well, hey.
I don't so annoying.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
We are running off
Please don't turn the
sleep in a lot of coffee.
That's going to be in my head all day.
We're having a grand old time out here, right? And this is Derby week, so we're going to take the bad puns along with it. Right? Right now looking at the spires from our SkyTrack camera, and hey, you can see the clouds in the distance there as we are still dealing with some rain across parts of the region. Right now things are dry in terms of no rain falling here at the track, but we'll be watching the radar for everyone as the day goes along. Now, for those of you further to the north of the metro, this is where you're dealing with some more of those showers, anywhere from Bedford all the way down into Perry County. This is a stretch towards Scottsburg, and we are seeing some of those showers in Jennings and Jefferson County as well. In the metro, more of that light rain, especially to the south of the parkways, I should say to the south of the Waterson Expressway, pushing towards 65. So really, Okolona area getting a little bit more of that rain as of right now, with some drizzle here and there. Now, we're looking at the majority of that rain for those of you along and south of the parkways, anywhere from Litchfield all the way up towards Frankfort, dealing with those rounds of rain for this morning. Your temperatures in the 50s and the low 60s to start off the day, so cool. And this is where we're looking to stay throughout the rest of your Derby day, keeping those rounds of rain in the forecast for this morning, into the afternoon, into the evening. It's not nonstop, but you certainly will need the rain gear at some point, so just pretty much a good idea to have it with you for your Derby day. Ladies?
For sure. My girlfriend just texted me, good morning, Suzanne. She actually, she's the one who makes the Derby trophy.
Oh,
yes.
so a really
Suzanne's
important role.
Yes. Yeah. And she said, how is it out there? And I said, it's freezing. And she said, okay, bring hand warmers. And I said, yes.
Yes. And
you do need to bring those.
Hopefully you have a coat that matches your beautiful dress today, too.
For sure. Yes.
But yeah, we saw yesterday, I mean, it was beautiful all day, but then that rain came in so fast, put a lot down really fast. They had to have people try to seek some shelter where they could, and it made for a sloppy track for that Oaks race.
It certainly did. Okay, we want to show you the entire Oaks race right now. Take a look.
And they're off in the Kentucky Oaks. And it was a good start, too. Tenma racing for the lead, and Lacara sent hard out of there. And its Promise is showing speed. Simply Joking down toward the inside, backs off that early pace. Quiet Side tries to tuck in down toward the rail as they hit the first turn. Lacara, Tenma going head-to-head for the lead. Lacara's down inside with a narrow lead. There's 7 furlongs to go. Tenma's pressing from second. And its Promise just off the pace, racing third. Simply Joking reserved at the inside fourth. Quiet Side on the far outside is fifth. Fonley's down inside sixth. Early on in between seventh. Good Cheer is right at mid-pack. She's eighth. 3 wide. 5 lengths off the lead down the backstretch run. Bless the Brook running along at ninth. Ballerina Doros in some traffic, racing 10th. Quick Kick farther, closer to the pace today, down toward the inside, running third to last. Then it's Take Charge Milady. Drexel Hills at the back. Drexel Hills 10 lengths off the lead after a half mile and a solid 46 3/5 seconds. They're on the far turn. Lacara's the leader. Tenma's pressing hard. Tenma's just a neck behind with 3 furlongs to go. Quick Kick is wide but starting to move up, and Good Cheer is rallying now. Here comes Good Cheer on the far outside. She's coming on 5 or 6 wide. She's under a drive as they hit the top of the stretch. Lacara heads for home in front. Tenuous lead. Tenma trying to get by. Good Cheer continues a sustained rally. And Bless the Broken is coming. And Drexel Hill is too. There's a 16th to catch Good Cheer. She's clear by 2.5. Drexel Hill runs up into second. Bless the Broken is third. But she's the toast of Kentucky. Good Cheer wins the Oaks by nearly 3.
There you go. Good Cheer, the winner there, making it 7 races now undefeated for that filly. Brad Cox now has a 3rd Oaks win. The Louisville native. Big congrats to him. Luis Saez had the mount. I mean, that horse was a favorite going into this. You picked that horse, so congrats to you.
Well, I mean, she was a favorite for a reason. Everyone was saying she's the horse to beat in this field. So, you know, usually when I bet on the favorite, doesn't win. But in this case, did not end up betting. And, of course, she wins.
Right, of course. Well, you wouldn't have won much money anyway.
Right.
Let's take a look at those payouts, actually, right now. So, Good Cheer, you see the odds were 6-5. So, it was $478 for the win, $362 for place, and $302 for show. Coming in second, Drexel Hill. Pretty good, though. If you put money down on Drexel Hill, it was $21.02 for place and $11.76 for show. And then Bless the Broken, 17-1 odds, $7.48 for show. But look at that. If you did a 50-cent trifecta, you made about $360.
You know, you should have done that, Shannon, because, again, we will say it over and over again because I will give you credit. You picked those 3 horses yesterday.
I said if it's a wet track.
There you go. Hey, yeah.
I did actually have Simply Joking, too, in there. But Yeah. I know, but I didn't bet, so.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Nah. No money out of that. All right, but let's talk about the Derby race today, because we know journalism is the favorite here, but besides journalism, Bill Mott's horse Sovereignty is viewed as one of the more dangerous closers in the field. We saw him out here getting his coffee this morning, saying he just needs to wake up. He needs to drink his coffee. He has a win at Churchill Downs already under his belt, along with a full resume of wins at the Street Sense and Fountain of Youth Stakes. Mott says Sovereignty deserves the Derby win and that he has a winner's attitude.
I mean, he's got a good disposition. He's a determined disposition. He's not bashful. He's got a come-from-behind style, but we're hoping that that lends itself to a horse that gets the 10 furlongs really well.
A winner's attitude is a good way to go into this one. Sovereignty stands at 9-1 odds.
You know what was so fun yesterday? Bill Mott won a race, and the race before, his son, Riley Mott, won the race. He was his dad's assistant, and now he's training on his own. So very fun. That's a
special moment for them.
Absolutely, and actually they're both standing on the rail watching the horses this morning. Okay, these are the current odds for the Kentucky Derby horses. You see journalism, the clear favorite. Odds are 7-2. Let's take a look at the rest of the field right now. We have 19 horses. It's not the full 20 this year. Baeza coming in at 17-1, and there's Sovereignty at 9-1 odds, and then Mark Cassie's has Sandman at 9-2 odds. You know what? Mark Cassie's son, by the way, is a lieutenant with LMPD, so a lot of the police officers in Louisville are putting money on Sandman.
And a lot of the celebrities that we met last night at the FanDuel party at Paristown said Sandman is their favorite, too. I don't know what it is about that horse, but everyone seems to love him. I mean, who doesn't love a gray horse, too?
That's true. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, but Josh Ninke is running around, taking a look at some of the horses here at the backside. He's checking out some of the barns, and, hey, I don't know if you're allowed to be that close to the horses with that sparkly jacket. You might blind them, Josh. We love the jacket, though. We love that. We're not that yet.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Again, people definitely see me coming. Makes it a little easier to ask for an interview because they know what I'm looking for. I'm here at Dwayne Lucas's barn. He's the trainer for American Promise, 89 years old. I've seen him riding around this morning. He's kind of hard to miss. He is always out and about, always in the saddle. He actually just walked by and had to leave. He said he was running a little bit behind already this morning. But let me go ahead and walk you over here because this is, again, one of the most famous barns here. 4-time winner out of 50 horses that he's run here, and they've got it's been since 1999 was his last win. You can see right here on the bottom left, Charismatic. He has been one of the folks that people are paying a lot of attention to. 89 years old and still training horses. An amazing story, and someone who's been a part of the Derby for so many years. So we'll see what I think the latest odds for American Promise were 12-1. So we'll see what comes of that. Another interesting little note here. I was actually speaking with one of the drivers out here for the owners. I didn't realize this, but if you qualify for the Oaks or the Derby, you get a driver for the week. So he's saying that a lot of faith in what's going on here and a lot of high hopes here today. Live here on the backside, Josh Ninke, Wave News.
And Josh, and I'm actually looking right now at his assistant trainer, Sebastian, on the horse Riley that's been hanging out with me all week. So, yeah, they're ready. They're watching. They're seeing how things are going this morning for sure. So this morning we are dealing with some clouds overhead here at the track and not dealing with much in terms of rainfall. But as we get throughout the rest of the day, there is some rain coming our way. I'll break down those chances for your Derby day on the other side of the break.
Thanks, Tawana. Yeah, it is 6:42. The horses getting ready for Derby Day. And, oh, it's a chilly start to this one, so make sure you pack your ponchos, your jackets, your hand warmers, as Shannon already learned. It's chilly out here, but, hey, everyone's in a good mood.
That's true. It's Derby.
Take the guesswork out of your morning routine with your What to Wear forecast from meteorologist Tawana Andrew, only on Wave News Sunrise.
Turn heads in a new 2025 Kia from the Kia stores. All with an industry-leading 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. And did you know that Kia models retain a residual value up to 60% more than other leading brands? Test drive your future new Kia today at the Kia stores.
We live with you, build with you, grow up with you, and dream with you. At Central Bank, we belong to the same communities you do. You're our neighbors, friends, and business partners. And through the relationships we build with you every day, we consistently serve you better. That's what highly personal banking is all about. We start with you.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go here, surf us. Here, woo! And here.
Now get a powerful new 25 Tundra with low 2.99 APR financing, or lease this well-equipped Tacoma double cab for just $289 a month.
Your summer starts here, and just keeps on going.
Toyota, let's go places.
I'm attorney Tad Thomas, and some of my fondest memories of growing up here in Kentuckiana are times I spent at the track with friends and family. This time of year is special to those of us who call Louisville home. If you've been injured and want to work with a Kentucky-bred attorney, call Thomas Law Offices today.
The weather is warming up, and it's important your air conditioner is ready for summer. BJ Heating and Cooling offers regular maintenance that will extend the life of your unit. When it's time to replace it, we offer a free second opinion on a new Bryant system.
Call the experts you can trust at BJ Heating and Cooling.
The Kentucky Elk and Outdoor Festival at KY Gunco is back May 10th. Join us for Kentucky's official elk draw, food trucks, beer and spirits garden, all-day giveaways, and a free concert with Chase Matthews. 4 ticket packages are available. Visit kyoutdoorfest.com today.
Wright makes the stand-on mowers, which is what they're known for. They've also gotten very strong in the zero-turn market as well, with mowers that have suspension and a better ride for a rough yard.
You can reach either location of Outdoor Turf product at LouisvilleOTT.com.
There's never been a better time to buy a new Kia than during the spring sell-a-thon at the Kia stores. Right now, drive away in the new 2025 Kia Sportage for just $199 per month. Plus, we want your trade, even if you owe $6,000, $8,000, even $10,000 more than it's worth. Only at the Kia stores.
Good morning. As everyone is texting us, saying good morning, we're saying wear a jacket.
Yes.
It's cold.
My friends are already posting their Derby outfits, and I'm like, grab a jacket with that. So cute. You don't want to ruin the
you
look.
Need a jacket.
But yeah, you're going to regret it if you don't.
Right.
But Martha Burke has been running around. She has her jacket on. She is perfectly prepared, and you got to protect that peacock feather fascinator you've got.
Absolutely, and also make sure you have the rain boots just by, stand by, right? So this week I've had the pleasure of seeing how different fans are going to experience the Derby, so much so that I had to make a list of everywhere that I've been. I was at the Paddock Club, First Turn Club, Sports Illustrated, Club SI, Millionaires Row, Turf Club, Home Stretch Club, and now I'm in the Jockey Club, the 4th level, and I think that by far this is my favorite spot because look at this shot of the Twin Spires. You just get to look up and take in its beauty. But I think that any spot in Churchill Downs where you can see the entire track and watch the horses instead of having to look up at the screen is the best seat in the house. And you have so many opportunities to do so. So for anybody that is coming out to the track and you have the opportunity to be in the Jockeys Club on the 4th level or up, just take in the glory and let's just take in these Twin Spires. And we have more Wave News coming up after the break.
Good morning, 650. So, Tawana, you had your Oaks pick yesterday was Take Charge, Milady.
Yes. Who did
not
take
did not take
Hey, but I was cheering
but I liked your reasoning for picking that.
Yeah, I'm all about being assertive and standing up for yourself and taking charge. So kind of went for that. Yes, they've been talking for about like 5-6 minutes now, and then his assistant trainer Sebastian was also standing with them and talking for a little bit. So I guess everybody. He was there, yes, and they just left just a second ago. But yeah, we've been keeping an eye on everybody who's been out here this morning, and things so far has been pretty quiet. We've had a little bit of light rain, we had some mist, a little bit of drizzle so far this morning, but overall things are looking good for today. Here's what we're dealing with right now. We have this front basically stalled out across our area with an area of low pressure, and it's this low. This very stubborn, very clingy low that's going to keep rain chances in the forecast for today and into tomorrow. Here's what we're seeing right now, specifically in our area. We are dealing with some of those showers showing up in portions of southern Indiana, especially anywhere from Lawrence County all the way south towards Perry County. This stretches all the way towards 65 as well. And for those of you in Jennings County, you're starting to get back that rain moving into your region. The metro, we are seeing a little bit of that rain showing up, most of that south of Churchill Downs, seeing it a little bit more so in the Okolona area, some heavier rainfall trying to move your way, and also seeing some of that rain pushing towards St. Matthews, towards J-Town as well. For those of you further to the south, you're still dealing with that line of showers that is just stuck over the parkways from Grayson County all the way up towards portions of Shelby and Franklin counties. You are also seeing that rain a little bit heavier, a little steadier in your region. Temperatures are in the 50s and low 60s this morning, so we are cool. I have my hot hands because my fingers are turning blue. Keep in mind, when it gets this cool out here, I tend to be very cold. So make sure if you are more sensitive like me, you have the hot hands, you have even just a jacket to wear, just make sure that you're staying on the warmer side throughout the day today, because with the rounds of rain, with the clouds overhead, we are not going to budge very much temperature-wise. We're going to watch for these rounds of rain throughout the morning, into the afternoon, into this evening. Now that rain will be heavy at times. As of right now, the heaviest rainfall looks to be along the parkways and east of 65, but if the track of that low slightly shifts further to the north, then that will put some of the heavier rain in the Louisville metro. So we are going to be watching the trends very closely. Now that low finally starts to move in later on this evening into tonight, and this is what's going to keep those rounds of rain in the forecast overnight into tomorrow. So that same low will be responsible for our rain, by the way, all the way at least into portions of Tuesday. How much rain will we see? Well, some of you may see a quarter of an inch, or others may see up to 2, even 3 inches of rainfall. Just depends on where the heaviest rain sets up shop, so it's going to be super important to be weather aware. Here's what we're looking at for the rest of the weekend and into the beginning of next week. This low still nearby, throwing these showers at us all the way at least through Tuesday, but with another system approaching for the middle of next week, this is what's going to keep rain chances in our forecast, and we're going to be keeping an eye on those rain chances, whether or not they last in the portions of your Mother's Day weekend as well. We'll have much more of Dawn at the Downs after the break.
Derby Day closed captioning is sponsored by BJ Heating and Cooling. Scan to plan. Be prepared for severe weather with the Wave Weather app.
In a world of rising prices, Nissan is lowering them on our 2 most popular SUVs. The always adventure-ready Pathfinder and our best-selling Rogue, a Consumer Guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. From our U.S. factories to your driveway since 1983. Now get 2.9% APR on Rogue, one of 6 Nissan vehicles with starting MSRP under $30,000.
As the Vice Chancellor of Enrollment and Student Success, for me, my greatest impact is just to ensure that I always keep students at the forefront in everything that we do. Student success here at Ivy Tech is that we are supportive, we listen, We help them along the way in all the ways, both inside the classroom academically, but also support services like gas and childcare and mental health counseling so that they can show up in the classroom and be successful.
#1 for 48 years running. Now that's quite a track record. But we don't want to blow our own horn. That's this guy's job. Ford F-Series, the official horsepower of the Kentucky Derby. Bourbon was born in Kentucky, and for the last 250 years, we've distilled it, barreled it, aged it, bottled it, and poured it. Now we offer you the chance to scratch it, print it, and tap it. Kentucky Bourbon Trail Games from the Kentucky Lottery. A new way to tap into fun cash prizes and exclusive bourbon experiences.
Funding education for over 1 million Kentucky students.
The weather is warming up, and it's important your air conditioner is ready for summer. BJ Heating and Cooling offers regular maintenance that will extend the life of your unit. When it's time to replace it, we offer a free second opinion on a new Bryant system.
Call the experts you can trust at BJ Heating and Cooling.
Kentucky has always bred winners, whether it's champion boxers, basketball teams, or even lawyers. When it comes to choosing an attorney, don't pick a long shot. Go with the favorite. Thomas Law Offices is winning for our clients, winning for Kentucky. Call us today.
Hey, good morning. Thanks so much for sticking with us here at the Backside. You know, we've been out here all week, and there's so much happening at the Backside, and this is really what helps Churchill Downs function every single day out of the year. And the Backside Learning Center is what helps them. It's tucked in between the barns on Churchill property. The goal is to be accessible to the workers and their families. They distribute clothes and fresh food to the people, as well as offer services to make life as easy as possible, like filling out documents, offering English classes, or even helping with homework for the kids. Alma Aldana is one of the 17 people who works at the Learning Center. Her job is to recruit members of Backside families, particularly the children, to get them into the center's programming.
When you bring opportunities to the little ones, to everybody, but especially with the little ones, I try to see, or I hope for their future is better than their parents.
The Backside Learning Center just celebrated its 20th anniversary, so 20 years of doing incredible work. Their executive director says their services and their need is so big that they even have a wait list for programming, so they want to be able to expand, and they do fundraising throughout the year for that. And again, this is what really helps Churchill Downs function on a day-to-day basis, all the workers who live and work back here.
It is just such a great place. Okay, are you heading out here for Derby Day? Maybe you're thinking about where to park. Okay, let's go over that. Now you can try to grab a spot by the track in someone's yard, or this is the other option too. You can just park right there at the Expo Center. Just enter through gates 1 or 2. Then you can catch one of those shuttle buses near Lot H to Churchill Downs. That'll drop you off right at the black lot just outside of the paddock gate, so you don't have to walk far at all. The shuttles start at 10:30 this morning. Now, if you're doing an Uber or Lyft, the pickup and drop-off spot is at L&N Stadium.
Yeah.
So very easy.
And make sure you pack your walking shoes for that, too, because it is quite the hike. And, hey, maybe that's a good thing to pack no matter what, because you're going to be doing a lot of walking here at Churchill Downs, your Derby Day morning. Just getting started. Stick with us here. We have more with Sunrise at the Downs right after this.